what would it take for there to be a spinoff of Twyla? And if it happened, how would you like to see Ronnie and Jocelyn come into it?
Oh my gosh, I think it would be like a younger version of Golden Girls. I think we should all just shack up. Yes. It would be, my initial thought was when we were joking about Twyla's spinoff, it would be her cooking meth in her basement. I think knowing how it turned out, she's married with kids and I have 2 lovely neighbors.
It's called That's So Twyla.
Yeah. And she's still cooking the meth. She just doesn't know it's meth.
Yeah, exactly. And feeding people at the restaurant.
You brought us all so much enjoyment through the seasons of this show. What is it like for you now to be able to reconnect as you're reconnecting now with the show over? What do you enjoy most about talking with each other when you get together in something like this?
Well, we still talk to each other all the time, but now we're dressed up and talking to each other. So that's new.
That's a pandemic first.
Yeah. So hopefully soon in person with big hugs as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do miss being with these women. I miss them incredibly, but I also love watching what they're doing now. I mean, it just feels like people are doing such fabulous things, and I love seeing their stars just ascend.
It's the best part of these wonderful friendships is seeing what everyone does and rooting for everyone and having this amazing community of people, of these 2 women that are lifelong friends that I'll always be able to have for advice and all of that. It's really wonderful.
Listen, there has been so much fanfare all over the world for your show, but there has to be for each of you someone who you found out was a fan and you were shocked or excited. So who was that person for each of you when you found out they were fans of the show or they watched the show? You got that feeling in your belly, or it just made you feel away?
I think, there were so many of those markers along the way that you're like, what? I think one of the biggest, which, for me, and I know Daniel obviously being, a huge Mariah Carey fan, me being a huge Mariah Carey fan myself, when he texted me saying that she had tweeted about it. I can't remember what the text was. That was to me, when Mariah Carey is tweeting about your show, I think that was definitely that moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I remember watching the panel. I think it was with the Rose family, and Ted Danson was on that panel and said something to everyone in the show about what a fan he was. And I thought that was he's such a comedy icon. And I just thought, wow, that's so cool.
He gushed over Annie on one of their things and everyone was like, whoa.
Wow. Somebody actually just told me today, Jen and Sarah Carey just told me today that, was it the Bridgerton cast? The Bridgerton cast. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
So that was my big thing.
It's just
just today. Because of course, I binged that show like the rest of the world. So to find out that they know who we are, what?
It's that moment. It's like they know who we are.
Yeah. Still.
That's
and all the ladies that I met last week at the LCBO. At the
yes, of course. Right.
Of course, the ladies of the
LCBO.
Of course. I'm with you. I get that. Yeah.